Alright, so in this video we'll be talking about my thoughts of the Series X over the last year and a few months, and let's get into it. Alright, before we get started, I did make another video of the PS5 and my thoughts around the last year or so on that, so link will be down in the description for that, as well as some other videos around this guy and the PS5, so go ahead and check those out if you haven't already seen them, and let's start talking about this guy. So I don't know if you guys' experience are the same for me or different, but I haven't really used this all that much. I have played the occasional game on it, like Halo. I downloaded and played it, but I've been playing that mostly on PC, and I didn't actually download Forza, which I should, but that'll be probably played on this, as I don't really like keyboard for racing games, so I'll probably play this with the controller. I could do it on the PC, but I think I'll stick with this guy for most of the games for Xbox. But that's why you don't see anything on the desk, because there's no physical games. I have not bought a physical Xbox game in the last year for the most part. I think I bought one or two, but they were older games and not anything that's like Series X or S specific. I have been just using Game Pass, and that seems to be alright. I am looking at maybe getting the expandable storage option, as well as I usually use a regular hard drive for this guy, but you can't play Series X or Series games on it. So this has pretty much been sitting on my desk, using it every once in a while, but not too much, as I've already said. And it's getting a little dusty. It's not too bad. I think it cleans up pretty well. You can just use Can Air, or I have a little rechargeable guy that I can use to shoot air through it to try to clean it. And I think the first year for the Xbox was really just slow, in my opinion, or not really that engaging for buying games. I think for the most part, Game Pass covers most of that for me, and I think that as it goes forward and we get into more Bethesda games, I'll probably buy those a lot more physical, as well as if Fable comes out and some other ones that they have announced, I would love to get those physically, but for the most part, I'm just using Game Pass. And so that's enough about the games. Let's talk about the interface. The interface is pretty much the same as if you have a Xbox One or Xbox One X or any of those. All pretty much the same interface. They have improved it for higher quality screens, 4K and HDR, I believe. I think it does it for 1440p, which is what my computer monitors are. So that's an improvement, but for the most part, I didn't see an issue with that. Other than switching games, you switch between games that are in a different resolution that supported it, and then you went from that to the menu that was 1080p. That was kind of an issue, as it would mess up some capture cards and stuff. So I do like that they improved that, but the experience for Xbox has pretty much been the same, which is not a bad thing. I think that a lot of what I have issues with for the PS5 is that they just changed things over the PS4. It's not like it's better or worse. It's just different, so it gets a little confusing when you're going between both of them, which I do. I go between a PS4 to play PS4 games, and then pretty much all the new stuff on PS5. As these consoles have limited storage, I try to not mix those right now, but this is actually replaced my Xbox One, because I can just plug in the same storage solution into this and be fine. Whereas on the PS5, I can't. Kind of. You can plug it in and be fine, but if you want to get the PS5 enhanced version of the game you're playing, then you're installing it onto the internal SSD that's faster instead of the external one. I am looking forward to getting more Xbox games out there, as well as being able to just play them, whereas right now we're a little bit of waiting. You got Forza and you got Halo to go through, and I'm going to probably play through the campaign on this guy just so that I can use it and give a little bit more feedback in the future videos around how this is going. But I haven't really missed anything hardware-wise or software-wise with this over the Xbox Series, or Xbox One X and Xbox One S that I have. I don't really boot those up anymore, and I'm just using this guy. So I'm going to try to use those differently in the future, maybe. I believe you can stream this console onto those consoles and be able to play them in different rooms. So as we move into bigger spaces, I'll be able to actually just hook those up and use one of these in different spots in case I need to. It's always a nice feature to have. And so I haven't actually opened this up yet, and I don't think I'm going to. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see a video of opening this up, but there's plenty of other ones. I will link Spawnwave's channel down in the description. He's done one before, and I think a lot of other people have torn it down, so I'm not going to worry about that. I don't think you need to do it for any maintenance reason, as I don't think that there's too much dust that's going to accumulate from other than what you can just blow out with, like I said before. So I'm curious on what you guys think about the new consoles, as well as are you using them if you pick them up. I haven't been using this as often as the PS5, so I'd love to know if you guys are just waiting on games or if you're actually playing Game Pass. Let me know down in the comments also what games on Game Pass you want me to check out. And I love those recommendations to be able to get into more games. And have you had any issues with your console? I would love to know if there's anybody that's having hardware issues or software issues. I know the PlayStation 5 initially had some issues, and I didn't hear too much other than fake things around smoke coming out of these guys. But I would love to know if anyone's run into any type of issues like the PS5 did with coil whine or fan issues, and just get a little bit of feedback on that, as well as software-wise, if you have any issues with it. I occasionally have issues with the PS5 as well as this guy with CD, because it's just a fed system. I don't know what they're actually called, but it's not a tray system, and then these can be kind of weird and finicky sometimes, as well as not making the disc come out. I've seen that as well. So let me know if you guys have any issues, sound, heat. If you guys are feeling it's too hot, I haven't seen that either console are too hot, but I think this guy's going to be a little better than the PS5 long term, as this seems to be a little bit better setup for cleaning and keeping clean, rather than the PlayStation 5 is kind of a little bit more closed off. So let me know down in the comments for that, and any other comments you guys have on these videos that I've been making, as well as what videos you want to see in the future. And before we get out of here, like this video if you liked it, dislike if you don't, hit the subscribe button and then turn bell notification on so you get notified when we upload new videos, as well as all the other links down in the description for Twitter, Discord, merch, bunch of other stuff you can check out down there. And thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.